Click the link below for our favorite horse recipes.
JT and I met it was over 20 years ago at a ranch that I used to work for, and he used to shoe the horses there, and then he, I don't know, I didn't see him or talk to him for 20 some odd years, and then all of a sudden at a horse sale one day, he just came up and introduced himself. Oh yeah, I remember you. And thank God he did, because boy, we're really struggling for a horse shoer. If you stop and think about what it is, like if you just separate yourself from actually knowing, you know, and you think we nail steel shoes on the feet of horses. Isn't it strange?
Yeah, that first guy who did it, I don't know when.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Oh, sure.
But pretty smart guy.
For sure, no doubt. Well, it's interesting, you know, that the Indians didn't shoe their horses.
No. And depending on how much they actually rode them, they probably, if they did sore one up to the point where they didn't want to ride it, which no telling how bad that might have been.
Yeah, it's probably pretty bad.
They probably, yeah, they probably didn't. If they saw one head bobbing a little bit, it probably didn't slow them down much.
I don't think it would either.
But if one did get crippled, I bet they just said, you know what? Like Dale Wilkinson used to say, if you're going to have livestock, you're gonna have dead stock.
Yeah.
So they just throw him back out, let him heal up, and go grab another horse.
Yeah. And if he came up crippled every time they ride him, they just eat him.
Out west on some of the really big outfits, I think that happens more than people realize, or used to quite a bit, I'm sure of it. They have one that comes up crippled, they just process them and eat them out of necessity. You know?
Yeah.
And it was, as far as I'm concerned, it's an ethical thing to do.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Click the link below. Click the link below for our favorite horse recipes. Equine Delight.
Roan rice.
This is my coffee table. That's a forge, and it's gonna heat those horseshoes up red hot so I can shape them on my anvil. In the old days, of course, it would have been a coal forge. Now we have the modern convenience of propane. It makes things a lot more convenient, but it works just the same. Now I've got the shoe shaped, and I'm gonna go fit it on the foot to make sure the shape is correct and make sure that everything is flat and mates up properly. Now I can look at the bottom of my shoe, and first off I can see by the burn that it is perfectly flat and the shoe's perfectly flat. And I can look at the bottom of the shoe and see my burn marks, and now I know how to adjust the shape of my shoe. Somebody had to learn all this stuff the hard way, trial and error. You know, they would try this and it would either work or not work. If it didn't work, they tried something else. And it took a long time to get all this stuff figured out so that it worked for their needs and was good for the horses as well. Well, that's kind of the same thing with horse training and with what Richard does for people. Richard, I mean, he has learned from a lot of great horsemen, but he's also put together a program, made some shortcuts for other people. So he's done this for, I don't know, 30 something years, I guess. And he's figured out a lot of things Some ways he figured it out by learning from other guys, and other ways he figured it out himself. Either way, he's got all that information available, so somebody else doesn't have to do it the hard way anymore. Right now, I'm just gonna put this on my grinder, and it's called safing it up. I'm gonna safe up this shoe, which is just a cowboy way of saying I'm gonna bevel the edges. So we're gonna safe it up.
All right, Lily, just ride right up into that heifer. Make her move. And just drag, when that heifer stops and changes directions, I just want you to drag Breeze back to that cow, okay? Don't try to stop the cow. Just track and rate. Really good. Sit and just drag her back. Yep, good. If she wants to stop, let her stop. Hey, get out of here. Hey.
So if I'm using this leg to move her over, I need to be like...
You need to push her over with your leg. Right now, you're leaning over in the saddle and trying to pull her with this leg.
Yeah.
Like if you're using your right leg, you either sit square or you sit here to push her over. If all your weight's on this side and you're trying to force her into your weight. You see what I mean? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, I think that's great. Tip her nose to the cow right there. Let her look at that cow. Don't bring her into the cow and make it move. Just make her think about that cow. So let's say you're the cow, okay? And when I'm saying don't pull her nose away from the cow, what's happening right now is you drag her back, and then you keep pulling her like this, away from the cow, okay? What it should look like is something like this, okay? So she missed the cow, I drag her back, I stop pulling right here because she's lined up with the cow, and then I use my leg. You see how she didn't look away from the cow? Right there, you see how that works? That way I'm getting her away from the cow, but she's still looking at it.
So you're using your spur though?
Oh, definitely.
I feel like she wants to like speed up
if you use your spur?
I think so.
That's okay. Mm-hmm. See, she's got to figure out that if she speeds up, it's twice as much work to go out there and catch that cow and bring it back.
So if you use your leg to get her over and she speeds up and runs past it, you just drag her back.
Drag her back.
Like, yeah.
You know, and what that'll turn into, hopefully, if she's got any cow and any sense, what that'll turn into is that she'll run out there and stop that cow, and then she gets to stop and rest. Because once she gets the cow stopped, that's her goal. Once she gets that cow stopped, she just gets to rest, you know. So, and we'll just have to see if she figures it out. I think she will, and I think when she does, when the light bulb comes on with her, she's gonna be pretty slick, you know.
Yeah, I mean, even just to start off with, I feel like she enjoys it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, she's like running after it, biting it.
Yeah.
That's her thing.
Yeah, well, she might just be hungry too. Hi, this is Richard Boatwright. If you like what you've seen here, then you might consider becoming a member of B1 Horsemanship. You can sign up at b1horsemanship.com.